Yes, another freaking week. Welcome, Simon, and welcome everybody else to Teach Me How to Wrexham. Simon, how are you doing today?
G'day, Rand. Good. A glorious Friday down under, going to be 33, so a little bit sweaty tomorrow in my part of down under, but looking forward to the weekend, looking forward to two big Wrexham matches and hopefully two big wins.
Hell yes. And what better of a way to close out February than with a few wins? We're not completely to the end, but we are going to take a look. Some of the things, if you're joining us for the first time, this is Teach Me How to Wrexham. I am Ran. That is Simon. We are missing the third stability leg, the third pillar, the trifecta to our stability formed base, and that is SJ. She brings the level-headed arguments, the good opinions that the normal person would have that us weirdos aren't abused with having. Well, we miss you, SJ. We will record with you next time. All the best. We'll speak to you soon. And we love you. We love you and miss you. But everybody else tuning in for the first time, what we do is we have the outsider's perspective, the international perspective on Wrexham AFC. As new fans to the club, all three of us coming over with the takeover for our own different reasons. And we ask those dumb questions that you might be too humiliated or embarrassed. We don't have humility. And I don't know if I know what embarrassed means out of the middle part of the word in the middle of it. So feel free to add to the comment section, DM us, ask us the dumb questions. We'll ask them out loud to everybody else. We'll do our research and try to come up with those answers. If they sound trivial, it doesn't matter. Those are the good questions. Without further ado, we're going to kick off into this episode. A little bit different in the formatting. Me and Simon are winging it a little bit more than regular, doing as best as we can. Yeah.
Taking over without SJ. And we're going to start this week with Cryptic's Corner.
We have to.
And last episode's question was, Grannies are locked. And it was a tasty little clue. And the clue there being tasty, Grannies are locked. How did you go, Rand? We had answers from Meg and from Vicente. Both got it right with
yes.
Smith. Granny Smith and a locksmith. Smith.
And I believe my answer that I sent to you, and I'm going to try to find it. Here it is. My guess to you was Granny Smith apple bottom jeans.
It was, and you were very
close.
Boots
with the fur.
And did you know Granny Smith apples are an Australian invention? There you go. Something else we've exported to the world, the Granny Smith. Now, this week's clue, a little one. We need a short one. Host pristine. Just 2 words. Host pristine.
Host pristine. You people playing at home. You people. I'm tired of you people. What do you mean, you people?
You're talking to me.
Hey, am I a funny guy? Yes. So if you are playing at home, what you could get from tuning into Cryptic's Corner, solving the cryptic clue with the cryptic answer, you can get some of the swag back. The Welsh flag has been claimed from last week's winner already, so that's off the table. But we still have scarves. We have some autographed photos. We've got car decals. Some cool stuff that you can have your pick from. All you have to do is get the answer correct. And all you do, just decipher, what does host pristine mean? Just do that. It's simple. If you have the wrong answer, don't do the wrong one. Do the right one. And you can get in on some of this.
Simple Simon.
Simple Simon. And Simon says correct answer. You have to do it. So
see you next week.
Yes. See you in the NT. The Northern Territory, another Aussie reference. Thank you for that. Well, so all of you that have been playing, keep playing. You said Meg nailed it again. Vicente had it as well.
Shout Your out friend to from Ockham? What was the big ball called?
Oh, Cosm. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Vicente at Cosm. Ultra cool individual. If you're around or we get to cross paths again, would love to. Everybody else out there, join the winner's table and solve this clue. we'll get into the rest of the meat of the show. We're going to be covering the upcoming matches for Mansfield with the men's and Swansea with the women's. Sprinkle in a little bit of knowledge that we have that hopefully nobody else has covered. If they've covered it, you're hearing a worse version from us today. Simon, I'd like to look at the table before we jump into the matches. So what if we looked at the men's table first before the women's table, it being 24 teams versus 8 teams? We'll just take a look at the men's. How do we look on the table? What is the state of affairs?
Good news, we're still third. Could have been higher, could be lower. So we are still only 5 points inside the safety zone for the playoffs. So a big worry. But we're 20 points ahead of the upcoming Mansfield. So even though it's good. Away, we should be winning. So, third, slipping back from first. Birmingham are going to walk away with the league, as everybody knew. And now it's Wickham 5 points ahead. And just Stockport a game ahead of us, but only 1 point behind. So we need some points. We need to start putting these points in the bank.
I'm not superstitious all the time, but with Wickham so close to us in that automatic spot, I have converted to becoming Wiccan, and I've put hexes on the team. If people come up injured and there's long-term lingering issues with their players, it's not my fault because magic shouldn't work.
Well, did it reverse and you actually got Jay Stansfield, who's done himself a nasty knee injury at Birmingham? He is the league's top scorer. He's now out. I don't think they'll be seeing him back for the season. And of course, Birmingham are just about to play all our rivals in the top 5. So hopefully they can still do a number on them and deprive them of some points and just continue walking away with the league. Or is the other option that everybody else keeps winning, Birmingham stop, and we can even win the league.
And that's what we need to do, right? If we're putting hexes and magic out there, there's no control with the other worldly affairs. Those could go to Birmingham. They could go to other teams. So the fact that my hexes have taken out people on Birmingham, you're welcome, everybody.
Probably be a bit more proactive, I'm thinking Caddyshack. No, it's not Will Ferrell, it's Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. They're similar sort of vintage, similar sort of people, and just slice the back of the Hemis. They'll never swing again.
Something casual.
Isn't that what happened to Mendy? No, and Hayden, somebody just the back of his Hemis and just, we never saw him again.
Go for the Hammies, the Achilles. It's your choice. Well, Birmingham, they're running away with the league like everybody thought they would when you have billions of dollars backing you. That's what happens. And we're no slouches, but this is a tough league, and only being separated from the playoff contention spots by 5 points is way too close for comfort. And so us, like everybody else, is sitting with bated breath going, can we get some fucking space between us and the rest of these damn teams? Can we, please? Yep. And Simon, the prophetic Simon, is telling me we can, because Birmingham is coming to town to play some other top teams. People aren't going to be all able to get the 3 points from every side, so that may benefit us. And we hopefully we've got Sam Smith. So
we just need to keep on scoring and keep on winning. If we keep on, doing our part of the bargain, we'll finish in the hopefully top 2. Otherwise, playoffs. But again, given where everybody was expecting us at the start of the season, playoffs is a bonus. So, but given where we are today, playoffs is almost a minimum. If we don't make it now, I'd be rather.
How crazy though, and I'll keep on mentioning this every single week, that me, you, SJ, others were having before the season kicked off. Like, where would you like to be? We're like, if we could just get into the playoffs, that would be awesome. We don't need to win, but if we could just get into the playoffs, that's amazing. But even if we're just mid-tier and we don't get in the playoffs, we've established our own. We belong in League One. That would have felt amazing. But to have this conversation now, and we're sitting here saying, this automatic promotion. We could just get this automatic promotion. We're eating different. Like, we're not eating at Mickey D's right now. Like, we right now are eating at a steakhouse, and we're actually saying, well, I hope the second course is as good as the first. Like, we're living different right now.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't hate it.
We paid £40 quid for the entree, you know, and it's like, right, the mains. We've had the caviar, and that was really good.
It better be good.
It better be good. I had the caviar on the flight. That was very nice. So, all right.
Oof.
When are you heading off? You only got a couple of weeks left, aren't you?
So I actually fly out next Wednesday, upcoming Wednesday. So by the time you see this, I'm days away from leaving. And like after this matches weekend, I'll actually be in the air during a match, I believe.
Peterborough match. You're going to be in the air during the Peterborough match.
I believe I'm in the air during that match. So I might have to pony up and pay for the Wi-Fi so that I can follow along with the match.
Do it.
I hate to do it. There's something intrinsically wrong inside of me that feels like I pay for Wi-Fi at home. Why do I have to pay again? I don't want to.
Even though I'm not at home, why should I continue to pay? And it's because you can't do your own data roaming in the middle of nowhere.
Or you could, but it's going to cost you ridiculous amounts of money.
And then you'll log on to find out that iFollow says, please log in.
No, fuck you. At least,
so I would pay early.
Yes.
So that you can actually check that that's all going to work. Because, I've had to set up and find out how to watch the women's match, upcoming women's match, which we will be talking about later.
And we'll cover that.
Stay tuned.
I do have a gripe, Simon, that you brought it up. You teed me up. So it's your fault for angering me at this moment. But let me look directly at iFollow right now. iFollow, I fuck you on a weekly basis. I've logged out of every goddamn browser that I know in history to man that I've logged into on my laptop, on my work computer, on my desktop. I've logged out of every goddamn thing. I logged out of my phone. And the only one that will still work is my phone login. So I can only watch it on the little screen. I can't like Chromecast or put it onto the TV. So for a month, have not seen a Wrexham match on TV unless I pull up the Paramount Plus stream or replay and put that up. That doesn't have the askWxm commentary on it. It doesn't have our home commentary. So you're watching this dry, dull presentation with lack of life. But I paid over $200 for the subscription.
If you're American dollars too,
American dollars. Freedom units. I paid dictator freedom
picture on
units.
On the money yet?
It was paid in Trump coin, $130. I paid in freedom units, and I can't watch it.
My issue when I had that, I logged out of the Wrexham app on the phone. I downloaded recently the Wrexham app on the phone, and I logged out of that and found that the iFollow worked then.
So I tried that. I was signed in on iFollow last year, but it stopped working for me. So it wasn't downloaded. So I had to re-download the iFollow app, but I wasn't signed in when I re-downloaded it.
No, not the iFollow app, the Wrexham AFC app. Have you downloaded that on your phone?
No, I've never even used that.
Okay, so it won't be that then. If you haven't downloaded that, forget that.
Like last time I looked, the app wasn't running. Like
it runs.
It runs now. Okay.
Yeah, but don't download it because then you can log.
Don't.
I thought I could pull their finger out and fix the issue, but yeah.
And that's the thing is like a couple of things with iFollow. Why can't we rewatch a match with home commentary on the match? Why can't we do that? Second one, why can't we watch or why can't you just hold the women's match for a rewatch on it? Yeah. And like, what are these things? So what are we paying for? Like, what are we paying for? Are we paying the Wrexham tax just to watch the team for one time and then we can't watch it again? And then I have to pony up for Paramount Plus? That's my rant. I'm done. I hate iFollow.
Rants, bitch.
Yeah.
Done.
Rants.
Rants,
That's what it was.
Rants. That's what it is. Rants.
Yeah.
Done.
I was happy because I've voiced and vented about this before. So you've got a much kinder and nicer person iFollow. But catch me on match day, iFollow, and I will drink the blood of your unborn children. Because it is not an enjoyable experience.
That would have been just out the nose and all over the camera. That was really bad timing.
Why didn't it happen? That would have made my night.
There's the short for you.
Rant is over. Yeah. Rant did not produce a Simon projectile, so I apologize to everybody that is watching this. People that are listening at home, you wouldn't have seen it anyways, so you didn't miss nothing. To close out the match between Mansfield and Wrexham that is coming up, it is a home match on the 23rd. This is the doubleheader Sunday.
Home match for Mansfield.
For Mansfield.
An away match for Wrexham. Right. Hence why I'm here. I've got the Mansfield playing that yellow and blue. It's not gold, unlike ours, which is gold. They play in yellow and blue. So we won't be wearing the gold. Are we going to wear, I would have thought, the black away kit, or do we wear the red home kit?
Yeah.
I would have thought going to be the black away kit, one assumes, would clash quite nicely with their yellow and blue.
Yeah.
The Stags.
And contrasting, that should stand out a little bit better. Yeah.
So we definitely won't be wearing the third kit.
I incorrectly was speaking from, I said versus Mansfield, and I was like, it's a home match, and I was like for Mansfield. I should have done it from our perspective.
The Wrexham point of view.
From our perspective.
I would have done it from the Wrexham point of view.
That's a way. I was just going to give them a slight little compliment because of their home match. I thought we would bring one of their players back to visit them at their home match. Somebody who we rifled from them that they had on loan from a nice, was it Leicester City?
Leicester City, yeah.
Leicester City, yeah.
And they tried to buy him. I think he may have been player of the season for them. And they tried to buy him, and Wrexham came in and said, no, come play with the big boys. And Mansfield, who came up with us last year, are now 20 points behind us and in 15th, are they? So that looks earlier, 15th. Yeah, they're in 15th, 20 points behind us. So he made the right choice.
Yeah, so he, as in one of Cryptic's clue answers previously. Bonus points for Simon if you remember what the clue was for this player.
I won't, but I can cheat.
You cheat, and I will give some more.
It was the first one. Impactful defender, second smallest.
Impactful defender, second smallest. And then unpack how you decipher that clue to get the answer that is this player that was...
Well, it actually gets to brunt twice. Impactful, like an impact force, is a brunt force object, you know. So that's the impactful defender, because he's a defender. So that's almost the answer. And the clue, second smallest, it's not the greatest clue. I was early in there.
Okay.
Second being beta, B, A, B, C.
Okay.
And I should have done something smarter with that. And smallest is the runt of the litter. So the B runt.
B runt.
But yeah, I wasn't super happy with that. We may well visit Brunt again later on in the season.
Yeah. I mean, he's had his moments of greatness, so we should see him again.
Then he had some moments of not so greatness, but
I didn't want to go there. You know,
we've moved on.
Yeah.
Goldfish.
We moved on.
Goldfish.
Yeah. 5 seconds of I forgot what we were talking about. What was it? So yeah. So Louis Brunt. So old Louis Brunt, we got. And we signed him 3 years, 3-year contract. We have him. He's ours. Hands off. Keep your dirty paws off our silky draws.
And Mansfield. You can see why. You can see why they gave him 3, can't you? He got some class with him.
Yeah, it's good.
Class.
You get that good contract, and then if somebody else wants to try to take a stab at your team, they're gonna have to pay a price. To grab them off. Well, the preview coming up. The exciting part about that Sunday is February 23rd, Sunday match. It also coincides with the women's match on a Sunday. However, as Simon, in his worldly knowledge of time clocks, let me know right before we started recording, it is 3 p.m. for the men's match. I was like, I can't tell with Arizona's shifting time that we don't. What time is it actually? 3 p.m., but then 5:10 p.m. For the women's match versus Swansea. So before we get into the women's match and talk about that, we should do a quick prediction of the men's match. Or do you want to wrap up, Simon, and do predictions at the end for both?
3-0 for the men.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wrexham 3-0.
3-0.
Done. Yeah. Smith 2, and we'll get Fletcher 1 at the end.
Smith with a brace, the Viking Jesus.
Hang on. Quick change.
Ooh, no.
Mullin
Ooh,
1 as
Moles.
well. Mullin to get on there, get on the pitch.
I'm not mad at that. I would love to see Mullin back. Scoring. Being the scoring machine, snagging goals. Because what a 1-2 punch. If you have Sam Smith out there, he's beat the hell out of the defense. And then coming in the second half is Paul, ready to run his pants off and causing trouble and havoc.
Do we see him start?
He would have to prove some stuff, right?
Yeah, Rodriguez and Smith have been doing okay, but Rodriguez hasn't really gelled. He's had some nice touches, but he just hasn't gelled yet with the teammates. So do they give him more time to do that, or is that a training pitch thing, or do they give him another match? But I'd like to see Smith and Mullin go out and attack Mansfield.
He showed some glimpses in this last match. He showed some glimpses of wonderful sight, of seeing players, meeting them with precision, with good passes. And not every pass and not every play was great, but he had a couple of those glimpses where you're like, ooh, his placement of that ball was great where he put that. So that could be amazing.
So I thought there was more of, his placement was a little bit off. You could see what he was trying, but he was either ahead or behind the players. And I think that it just comes with knowing the player, knowing where they're going to run and just time.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And that was consistent with the previous match that we saw him in. However, we did have one nice pass up leading into Sam Smith that from Rodriguez that you were like, oh, that's why Parkey. That's the thing that Parkey. That's why Parkey wants Rodriguez and Smith out there. Okay, we see what you're doing. But to fair credit, that wasn't the majority of time, but you still saw that glimpse and you're like, okay, I get you. Parkey, I don't understand everything that you do immediately, but I understand what you're going for.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would want some more. But yeah, I guess we're 23 minutes in. A question to be considered in for this is, you bring up Moles, one of our fan favorites, somebody who's been with us for our journey. I know, Simon, you've been watching the EFL for years before that, but as far as adopting and taking Wrexham as your team, that's been both you and my journey. He's been the talisman. And to see him kind of fall off, not get the share of minutes and the play, it's eating him alive, but it's also eating us fans because we know what he's capable of. And he performed at League One before. You alluded to it of, does he get a start again? I guess I'll put you to the sword if you want to, or if you don't have to. Do you see Paul Mullin getting a start by the end of the season?
Yes. Okay. For sure. Yeah.
Okay. I won't say which match do you see this happening in, because
I still do. He certainly still has something to offer. He's certainly still got all his class, but missing 2 pre-seasons has, dulled him for sure. But I would have thought there's still an opportunity for him to start, especially if Marriott gets injured again. Marriott hasn't come back on fire. So certainly options I would have thought for Paul to start. I would like to see him start with Smith. I think that'd be an interesting attacking offensive move. The other one, of course, is does he start behind Rodriguez and Smith? So, is that an attacking mid option, which is something else. So, I think he may well, I hope he starts before the end of the season.
Yeah, you're so spicy and saucy, Simon, because nobody would have thought Parkey would have done this last season or the season before of mixing up the formation and playing with like 3 attackers in the front, or like mixing it around, or throwing everything at the wall. What did we have? 4 strikers in at once? like it's a new world, and Parkey's adjusting. That's for sure. Last question on the men's match before we switch to the women's match. Have we met the event horizon, the precipice in which Elliot Lee is the wallpaper on your phone, has switched to an Ollie Roth boner as your...
Can't kick a man while he's down. You can't,
Okay.
Not while he's injured. Not while he's down. The poor bugger's just out of hospital with those bruised ribs, and he's, that car did not look good. So, no, Rathbone is lining up for the phone. Bone on the phone is a hashtag.
Phone on
and
the
unfortunately
phone.
I got a lot of pictures I wasn't quite expecting when I posted Bone on a phone. But I think it may well be by the end of the season, I can see Bone on the phone.
Okay. All right. I'm quickly warmed to him. And if I were to get a name lettering on a kit right now, I'd get Rathbone.
And so if you're getting tattooed, like a little tattoo across your chest, it's Ollie.
You are pretending
Rathbone.
that I already haven't done that, is the interesting play in this scenario. Thank you for giving some type of illusion to my indecency out there in the world, because I'm much worse than what you painted. Well, yeah. So Rathbone, crushing it, killing it. I don't have to say that to anybody. Everybody knows that he's doing it. Fucking workhorse. And just look forward to seeing how he closes out the season, if he continues to improve and more of those like shocking, incredible plays. And he has that bite, that finishing bite. You know what Mullin had before of previous seasons, where just let him be close to the ball and this guy's getting a foot, a head, a knee. Doesn't matter. A
that
bone,
nice chest down the other day and running into the goal. That was a very classy goal, that one. But we're not goldfish. We've moved on.
I mean, yeah, and he played that ball like what precision. And I don't know how much was, but he's a professional. So he put it exactly in the spot, which is too far for the keeper, too far for the defender, and allowed him, he's speedy, he's crafty, to outleg and make them pay for that mistake.
And he was still running at the end of the match when Howard came up to try and help with that last second cross, and they suddenly had the run of the ball going back. It was Rathbone who was there with him to stop that attack. So,
and shout out to Chomp. This man has more assists than half the team. It's amazing. Chomp, yours, mine's, the ways. You're killing it. You're crushing it. Still love Chomp. Switching gears to the women's match. Do you want to pull up that link that you had before and then show that off again, and we can highlight it a little bit better now? Simon had pulled up the alternative viewing. And go ahead and give us a rundown of why this is important for this week coming up.
iFollow aren't showing the Swansea Wrexham match, the Adrian Premier League match. So that's only on S4C, but it will be on the S4C YouTube channel. So I just did a quick YouTube, S4C, Swansea Wrexham, and that comes up. You can click the notification. It all, will let you know what's going on. But 5 o'clock UK time, the coverage will start. So 10 minutes to get it all set up and things after the men's match, and sit back and watch the women hopefully repeat their 5-0 shellacking of Swansea City. But I fear they were letting down their guard deliberately to give us a false sense of security. That's my Wrexham fan fear, that.
Well, you can't disprove it, right? It's like,
we can this weekend. We'll prove or disprove if we get thumped 5-0. And they played a lot of the ball out of the back, and we were able to just read it and pick it and just stop them doing anything. I can't imagine they're going to be that bad again. So was that a deliberate ploy by them to be so bad so that we would think we have a hope next week? That's, Wrexham fan Paranoia 101.
But here's the thing. I haven't noticed that. Kind of that like sandbagging matches and stuff. I haven't really noticed that too often of people that could take it easy. A lot of teams have taken those opportunities to sharpen and hone skills and not really take the like pedal off of the gas, so to speak. So, but if that was just a mindfuck game that Swansea did, like, and it, they come and they're running us over.
It was just a cup game, wasn't it? It was just a cup game. Yeah. And if they're even if it was a subconsciously, we're looking forward to the match against us at home, away, in Swansea, did that just dull them by 5-10%? And at that level, that's all you need to be, 10% off your game, and things like this happen. So that's my concern, that they were looking at this match rather than last match. But that will all be proven or disproven come 5 p.m. UK time. So that's 4 a.m. Monday morning after watching the men at 2 a.m. Monday morning, East Coast Australia time.
Simon.
It ain't easy being a green and gold Wrexham fan.
Are you staying up for your Matildas versus U.S. women's national team? You going to stay up?
Quickly, let's pass on for that. We won't talk about that. 4-0 Japan. Yeah, we won't talk. We won't talk about that.
My
it's just
Sunday,
a nothing com.
My Sunday's packed. So 8 a.m. Wrexham men's, 10:10 a.m. women. Then me and Anna have the price of the ticket was for both the She Believes Cup matches. So we have at noon, which we can be late to, Colombia versus Japan. And Japan, they're looking good. But Colombia versus Japan at noon, my time. And then at 3 p.m. my time, USA versus the Matildas. And so I have a whole day of football and at least 3 matches, two matches I'll be watching in person. It's right down the street from me. So we got the tickets. I hope they're good. I hope it's a good section. And
what colours are you wearing? You going to wear Wrexham top? You going to wear American colours?
That's such a good question. So I was thinking of wearing the USWNT, the women's national team top, and then bringing the Wrexham scarf, the red and white bar scarf, because I wanted to like trim it up, decorate it a little bit when we go out there. So it's like I do, if we run into other people that watch Wrexham and stuff, which in our Wrexham Phoenix group, I believe one of the buddies, RJ, who works with Mark Howard with the light therapy stuff for rehab. He's going to the match, and then 1 or 2 other people might be going to. So we might see a couple of the Phoenix Reds out there. So if I do, I need to have my Wrexham gear so when we see them.
Yeah. A down under question. I guess it is the middle of winter over there, but do you wear a scarf in Phoenix? Is that a thing?
Middle of winter. Simon, it's at least 25 degrees out right now. So of highs.
Normal people degrees. Celsius.
Celsius. I'm talking to... Yeah, I'm talking to...
rest of world.
Yeah. Not Kelvin.
Entire rest of universe that uses Celsius and not Fahrenheit.
Except for Kelvin. There's some truist out there.
Yeah, but Kel, mate.
Lord Kelvin.
Kel. We just call him Kel down under, mate.
Around there. You guys know him so well.
Yeah, for you, Ran, a little short name, we can't have it that short. We got to add, so you'd be Ranny. Because Ran's just too short, but Kelvin, you got to shorten to Kel. Hey.
It goes the opposite way.
It goes,
Yeah. So we got
get called Bluey.
Ooh, and bald people are called Harry. And
Uncle
so
Fester.
we have the women's match coming up. Part of that doubleheader for all of us. We have a packed Sunday. I hope you didn't have any chores for anybody that was trying to get actual shit done.
Or work.
Yeah, or work, or whatever you're trying to get done. There's stuff to be. But
this match is huge, of course. It's the last before the split. We need to win this, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if we hadn't drawn against who's that weak team at the bottom? I never remember their name. That team, as a Cardiff Met, right down the bottom there. They've got
the
2
college
points.
Team.
One of them was from
it's a college team. is down there.
Yeah, and if we hadn't have drawn against them, a draw would be good enough against Swansea. However, it's now come down to this. So the Hollywood script writers have been added again, and this will, you'd imagine, would make the Welcome to Wrexham season 4.
Yeah, and let me give a couple of perspective of currently where we're at on the table for the women's. 8th place is Cardiff Met, and I could be wrong, but from previous seasons, it was a college team. And so most of the women that were playing in there were still students, I think. That's the right one, where Cardiff City is the semi-professional, and then Cardiff Met has the either all students or some students still playing on there. Aberystwyth at 7th, Barrytown at 6th, 5th is us, Wrexham, 4th is Swansea. We're separated from Swansea from 2 points. Swansea has 21 points. We have 19. Our recent form is a lot better. Out of our last 5, we've only lost 1. Out of the last 5 for Swansea, they've lost 3 of the last 5. So we are sitting a little bit better. And there's that recency, not biased, but there's that recency success that we've had against them that I would argue is kind of, it could work if they were dummying us and rope-a-doping us into a position, but it also could be pretty good if what we did was kind of a little bit demoralizing, and now there's a larger hill or mountain that you have to climb back up from.
And the first time we've beaten them in donkeys, so it's given us the confidence and also taken the monkey off the back of we never beat Swansea. Well, we have. Now it's a matter of, okay, we need to beat them at home, but a 5-0 thrashing makes them human again. So yes. I think we would go in there with a much better mindset than it would have been 2 weeks ago. So.
Yeah, because if you were the evil genius of Swansea City and you came up with this plan, it would have been a shit plan. Okay, here's what we could do. We could give confidence to a team that hasn't had confidence versus us. And we could do it so that when they come into the match that decides if we go into the top 4 or we stay in the top 4 or go down, that we give them enough confidence. Because I would imagine Swansea's approaching this from a defensive strategy at first.
The script writers had come up to them and said, look, here's another 50K. If we're paying off all the officials, I can't see why we wouldn't be paying off the other team.
Right.
Because, we're going to have added so many more viewers, by having the drama and the ups and downs. And when we beat them 4-0 at home on Sunday, Monday morning, 4 o'clock my time,
sheesh,
or 5 o'clock my time, and get past them and make that final 4, that'll be a huge little spike in the ratings in the episode.
Because let's be honest, we've talked to people from the documentary team. We've been in communication with them for some time now. And if there's anything consistently that they've told us, is that while we are buying the league and purchasing refs and paying opposing fans on podcasts to speak well of Wrexham, while we're shilling out and doing that, the one thing that they've said is that they will constantly manufacture drama anywhere and everywhere at all times. And quite frankly, I respect them for their candid honesty of just being blunt and telling the world, look, here's what we're doing. But they're so good at it that even knowing how the magic is done, we're still impressed by the by the magic trick. Yeah. So we haven't been paid, Simon.
Not yet.
It's
coming.
Are we idiots? Because everybody, even the refs are getting paid for these matches, and we're not. So what are we doing wrong?
I got paid when I went out there, so obviously that'll happen for you too. I got paid in spades. I got paid in Wrexham Lager, and
I might be receiving some pay when I go out there in less than 2 weeks. I'll be out there.
I got paid in hugs and fun and enjoyment, and great time.
Yeah. Which, if anybody is out there in Wrexham and you're watching this, I'm coming through for a brief stint. So if you want to have a beer or something like that with me, just get in contact with me, because I'm only going to be out there through the 7th through the 10th. And so not a lot of time with the matches and stuff to do a lot of things, but I definitely will be going to a pub at some point in time and trying to meet up with our friends and family.
So that are over there. Have you got tickets for Rotherham?
No. Do I have to have tickets for the match?
If you want to go to the match.
Oh.
Rotherham at home on that Saturday.
Oh, wait. You need tickets to go.
Oh, unless you
this is an interesting concept.
Ticket, yeah. So if you got some mates who can get you a ticket.
No, I do not have tickets as of date. And this is going to sound so bad. I didn't know they were released to purchase.
Yeah. Well and truly. Because they're dumping them all in and I'm sure they are, they're dumping them all in 4 or 5 in a time and like a month ahead. So I would be double checking, looking. Rotherham, I would almost guarantee out. Have a look on the website.
Oh, the tickets are there, you dumb, stupid site. Let me
book some tickets. Let's wrap this up quickly.
No, this is how
tickets.
This is how dumb I am, and I have to share this just because I'm stupid. Okay. So Simon, here's my view, right? Which has been my view for a couple of weeks. And at the top, you saw it, now on sale, so that they had Rotherham. But I would come onto here and I would look, and upcoming matches just showed these.
Stop there.
These. Oh. I was not clicking this here.
Hit the button. Oh, you know how button works, don't you, Rand?
And so it's there. So I do have stuff to do. Immediately have stuff to do because I do want to watch that match.
Yes. If you can't get tickets, I'm sure we could get you some tickets. But yeah, get some tickets.
Jeez.
Because that was the match. Is that the match it was? That was the match that SJ and I went to, the away match, where Mullin got the goal after 16 seconds, Rand. But you didn't see that. And SJ's like still taking the photos and doing hair and stuff, and she hadn't even put her ass on the chair. And the goal scored in. And that was it. That was it.
Oh, man. No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
For international viewers out there is an international allocation of tickets. There's not.
I didn't think there was anymore.
Oh,
I thought it opened up. You're no longer sitting in that 75 in the. There might still be. Maybe there's an international.
I thought there was still an allocation to international tickets.
Okay. I don't remember going through that, but maybe that was, and you just don't notice it as an international.
Because my options are
that was away tickets.
Okay, so this is totally changing, but maybe some people will be interested in this. So let me
trying to book tickets.
Yeah. I'm not going to go all the way.
Details ready, girls and boys.
I am not going to do all that. But okay, so here we go. I just did one ticket. We've got the temporary cop, right? And then, but we do have this.
It's a resale. Get onto that.
Yeah. And so
you want to go there. Yeah.
So GA2 up over here. So this is the tech end, right? That's now called the Stoke Brew coffee stand, right?
Yeah. You got to get to the tech. Yeah. That's
so
where I was.
I would love to be in the tech again, because when I went to the Knots match where Ben Foster saved that pin, I was sitting up here in the tech end. So it's a nice side. I'd like to go back again. I think the thing that sucks, though, is if you're over here in the temp cop, you don't have access to any of the other areas. So is that true? Like with the temp cop?
Same with all the stands. You only really get access to that side of the ground. Yeah. You don't if you're in the tech end. I don't think you don't really get to wander around up to the lager stand or anything.
So that was just Mark
up to the Macron.
That was nice Mark who took us around the stadium. Okay, so there's not access regularly. That was just the studio tour.
I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but the tickets are here, so I do have stuff to do. And let me not do that while we're on here, because I don't want to put my credit card out there, and then all of a sudden you try to use it, it's declined, and you realize I have bad credit. So I don't want to do that to you all that are out there. There is plenty to be said. Rosie Hughes scored against Swansea. She closed it out. Of course, Ava Suckley still doing Ava Suckley stuff. She got that penalty. Inendid. How do you say the name? How do you say the name?
Incorrectly.
That's
how I say it badly. I say it very badly.
Yeah.
I say ran. You do
what
this
if
part
what
of
if
it.
it's like what if it's the double D is the or not that
it didn't,
but like if it did or something like that.
So
I'll find out, because I definitely, when I go out there should be a match on the 9th. Shout out to friend of the pod, Mia Roberts. She plays for Llandudno, and she has a match on the 9th when I'm going to be out there. And it's a home match. And so I potentially will be going, or me and Anna will be potentially going to there, because they play right at the Moor Wharf area of the lagoon area of Conwy on the coast. The other side of Conwy, the gated fortress city, is their home field, the pitch where they play. And so it's like some good fish and chips. Go watch a match on a Sunday, get some good fish and chips afterwards.
Sounds like
or
fun.
Before. Yeah, of course. And get to see Mia playing out there.
So what time do they play?
They play at, I believe, 2:10 or 2 p.m. on that.
So would it be them rather than the Wrexham women that you see then, if that's same day?
If it's the same day, then I will not leave it up to my decisions to anger anybody. I will do a coin flip.
You'll do the right thing, and Anna will tell you what you're going to do. So, yes.
Yeah, it'll depend strongly on, since we won't have a car with us, transportation. If there's transportation that would go out there, and that transportation would be me asking Neil Roberts, hey, Neil, are you going to go watch your daughter on Sunday? And do you have room for 2 others in your car to go out there and watch them? But regardless of the way, it's going to be a fun trip, fun days, fun stuff ahead. And if anybody has some good advice of transportation or how to do things when I'm out there, please let me know. Get in contact with me. I won't be drinking all the time. I'm not going to drink and fall and then hit my head and wear a bandage for 2 or 3 days. That's not going to happen. I control my liquor. All right. I'm a great alcoholic. All
You're
right.
a big boy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I know Anna's excited. And a lot of football in the next couple of weeks for us. I'm going to try to catch, while I'm in Germany, I'm going to try to catch a couple of German matches, some Bundesliga.
I assume we'll have an episode before you go.
Yes.
And so I will ask you about your ticket.
Yes. And when I'm out there, depending on the hotel and the connection, I might be able to jump on while I'm out there, and we'll see.
Where can you say where you're staying? Are you allowed to?
Okay, so we're basically going through the Black Forest down from mid-Germany area, Luxembourg, and then making our way through the Black Forest, which...
I was specifically asking about Wrexham, but the Black Forest is good. That was a good...
Okay.
If you know your goodies and the Pirate Radio, A Walk in the Black Forest. That was a good episode.
Ooh, okay. I don't know that, yeah. So I'll have to... no, in Wrexham, where am I staying? I haven't booked a hotel. Last time we stayed at the Ramada, I haven't got tickets. I haven't booked a hotel. I haven't done anything.
Or a car.
Yeah.
Homeless
I don't have a membership. I like all of the stuff. No, we at least covered the bases of the memberships so that we have that. And then the tickets, I just didn't know they were out. So I'm glad we talked today and we went over that, because I still would have been waiting and I even went through my email where it tells you when tickets go on sale. And I even went through and searched Rotherham and was I don't have an email that says the tickets were on sale. The last ticket that I have that says that they were on sale was from the first time that we played them back at the beginning of the season. So
the match that SJ and I went to.
Yes, that
when
you did.
Weren't there. Yeah.
It's
when
crazy.
We had all the fun.
You guys went to Rotherham. I'm going to Rotherham. We're just like, that's the only team we're going to go see. We're like, we only want to see Wrexham versus Rotherham. But you got 2 matches, didn't you?
Well, make sure you get your ass down on the seat before 16 seconds if it's Rotherham.
It could be quick.
I saw 3 of the men, 2 at home,
3.
1 away. 2 away, 1 at home.
Ooh.
I had Huddersfield at home and then Charlton away.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, but the problem with that was the 16-second goal, and then that was it. Then Huddersfield was 0-0, and then Charlton was 2-2, but the first one was it an own goal? But then, the cannon strike right in front of us, that was the way to end the trip. It was a beauty.
So shout out to a couple of women's players out here that showed up and showed out last time. Before we wrap this up and do our predictions, we have in that 5-game screamer, we have the 29th minute Abby Ithenden. That's what I'm going to pretend it is. 45th minute penalty, Ava Suckley. 48th minute, Olivia Fuller with the goal. 64th minute, Abby Ithenden again with the goal, assisted by Brooke Carnes, sorry. And then extra time, Rosie Hughes in stoppage, getting herself a goal, putting herself on the map. And like Paul Mullin, I can't be happier for somebody than I am for Rosie getting back on the board and hopefully shaking off some cobwebs and showing up and showing out. What prediction-wise, you said 4-0, right?
Yeah.
With that shellacking. That shellacking.
With a shellacking. Repeat shellacking.
I don't know if I counted. And shellac, little insects, right? Crushed up little insects, and then it makes confectionery, confectionery glaze or shellac that you put onto things. Anyways, without eating bugs on a regular basis, who are the goal scorers if you do dare to name them?
Suckley 1, Ithenden 2, and Rosie. We'll give her Rosie another one.
Rosie. Ooh, okay. Yeah. I like that. I think it's going to be hardcore. So I'm going 3-2. That is, of course, Wrexham with the 3-2. But I'm going to go Ava Suckley because that's what I guess for a goal every single week this season. Ava Suckley, you said Rosie. Now I feel like a bastard if I don't say Rosie. Okay, so in all transparency, I was not going to say Rosie. I am, but I will say Rosie because I believe in her. We believe. So Rosie, Suckley, and I'm gonna go Cara Jones. Grab another one, or it could be any Jones for that matter. That's the saving grace. It's a Welsh person. It's gonna score. But yeah, so should be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome weekend, and hopefully we cap that off with some wins and some 3 points and some progress. And then this time next week when we're talking, we are talking about wins and what we're doing next. Yeah,
and what you're packing.
Oh,
unless have you already packed?
Why did I do it?
Why did you do that? Oh.
So I'm glad you brought that up because what me and Anna did this past weekend was we packed our bags for the trip, and we've been living out of the suitcase this week to see what we might have missed, what we might have overpacked, and just refining so we can get rid of some of the stuff that we think we need to bring, but we might not need to bring, and then stuff we might have forgot. So we're doing the practice run of living out of a suitcase for a couple of weeks.
You do always leave a little bit of room in the suitcase for stuff to come back home.
Yes. So because our stuff includes a checked bag and we're not bringing any checked bags with us out, I'm bringing another bag inside my bag so that on the way back, if we have to, because I might have to pick up the sponsored Jacob Mindy away kit. I might have to pick up the Sweet Ash Dragon from Richie. And with other things that I might need to have, or me and Anna, or Anna needs to have, like we might have room that we have to bring back stuff in.
I'm sure Anna needs another scarf, another Wrexham top, and then
yeah.
And it probably needs a Sweet Ass Dragon too. Then two Sweet Ass Dragons.
Two Sweet Ass Dragons.
Two Sweet
right,
one
right.
each.
Because if
she can't share yours, she's not going to share yours.
This is so horrible. If anybody knows anything about me, I do need two Sweet Ash Dragons because I'm double cheeked up at all times. So, well, yes. So without dragging this on for, I love your Sweet Ash Dragon. It's normal to say to another person, right? HR's not going to get offended. But before we drag this on into the hour when we were trying to be quick, I still had a good time. I'm glad I got to speak with you, Simon. We got to chop it up for a little bit. And anybody that made it this far, know that me and Simon tried to do this last night, was it? Or the night before?
And that was last night.
Last night. And whatever happened, the audio sounded like somebody was ordering food through a megaphone, speaking to a fast food microphone, and then trying to play that back on an original Game Boy headphone set.
Late change. The final 5 emoji needs to be a suitcase.
Ooh. Okay.
Pack your bags.
Pack your bags. So final fivers, that final 5, you guys stuck on for this long. We absolutely love you. Final fivers, in the comments, drop that emoji, the suitcase, jet setting, living that glamorous life that I will work extra hours to try to pay off. And get out of debt at some point in time in my life. But these are the little things that makes life sweet.
Kids don't want anything from their parents these days, like lifetime debt.
That's
why, isn't that why you have kids to pass your debt on to? I thought that's what that was. Well, I'm under bondage, but I've got a child now. Put the child under bondage. There you go.
Oh, you love dad? Why don't you take some of this debt? If you really do. All right. Well, everybody.
It's your Adrian's birthday, boy.
You know what
it's time for now.
To my kids, if you're watching, thank you for watching. Everybody else, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, this was enjoyable. You had a good time with us. Let us know the stuff that you guys want to get covered. And something that we didn't speak about was chopping down. There's been some suggestions throughout times of chopping out clips from the different segments of things that we talk about, like a standalone cryptic corner with the clue and the answer, standalone video, a short that we put out. So you can easily just go pull that up, watch them, a couple minute thing at your convenience.
I like pulling up Rand's shorts.
Hey.
So if you want to see Rand's shorts,
if you want to see what you
want to see in Rand's shorts, what do you want to see in your shorts?
I'm not going to say anything to that. I'm not going to say anything at all.
Up the town. Up the shorts town.
Up the shorts town. Up the town. And thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good trip to the American Australia match. I hope that's a good match. And what a day it's going to be. If you've got 4 matches on, I'll have 3. But yeah, what a day it's going to be Monday morning, Sunday.
And I'm not currently drinking, so that's going to be 4 matches all day sober. So
it's going to be a good day. A good day.
The people in my stands area, just if you happen to be watching this, know what you're getting into. You're getting sober me, which is maybe more obnoxious than the more subdued, inebriated me.
Yeah. I won't be able to wake the house at 3:00 on Monday morning, so I'm hoping it's not quite so a stressful match for us. But up the town.
Up the town. Up the binge drinking town. That's going to be me there. But all right, Simon. Pleasure talking to you.
Next week.
Yes. Everybody out there, up the town. See you soon.